Hey, how's it going? Thanks so much for checking out this video. My name is Ray, there's one of me, and this is my first ever Versus video. I'm really excited for this one. Today, I'm going to be pitting up the Electro-Harmonix Big Muff Pi versus the Muff Fuzz setting in the Boss ME-90. I actually got this idea from the comments section. Ian Curry 8844 actually suggested that I compare the real pedals to the models that are included in the ME-90. And I'm actually borrowing my friend's Big Muff Pi right now, so here we go. I don't actually have any of the other pedals so far, so if I can get a hold of them, if I can either buy them or someone can lend me one that I can borrow, absolutely, I will definitely put the real pedals versus the models in ME-90. I think that'd be a lot of fun to hear how do they stack up. So real quick too, Leslie from the Netherlands, if you're watching, I haven't forgotten today, he wanted me to include what my output level is on the Boss ME-90, and it's simple. I just put it at 12 o'clock at noon, so it's just up 50%. If I need to control gain or anything, I just do it on my Alesis Multimix 8 over here. I can control the gain up or down, so I just usually keep it at half. So that being said, yeah, I'm just kind of going through the Big Muff Pi. I'm going into the Boss ME-90, into the Multimix 8 by Alesis, into the Focusrite 2i2, into my laptop, which is running Reaper, which is my digital audio workstation. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into it. Real quick, though, the one thing I will say is that the settings on the Electro-Harmonix Big Muff Pi and the settings on the Boss ME-90 model of the Muff Fuzz are definitely not going to line up. So like 50%, like, or if you put it at noon on the Big Muff Pi, it's not going to be the same as noon on the ME-90. That's the first thing I noticed. But at the end, I will do that. I'll demo how I'll put all the settings the same at the end, and you can hear how different they sound on both products. But first off, I'm going to start with the Big Muff Pi. And I really just have the sustain up just where it's starting to speak, where it's starting to kind of get dirty. There is no such thing as clean tones today, guys. This is all a fuzzy, distortion-filled video, so really there's no clean tones on here. And then I have the volume and the tone on the Big Muff Fuzz. I have them both about like 1 o'clock. So here's what the muff sounds like. And this is just a little riff I wrote. It's in C minor. Again, I'm going to try to use all my own original ideas, either songs that are already out or songs that I'm currently working on. So this is a little riff I wrote a long time ago. It's got a very 90s feel, which I feel this pedal is perfect for. So yeah, it goes like this. Here's the Big Muff. All right, and here is the ME-90. Real quick, too, on the Boss ME-90, I'm running everything through the natural preamp. Okay, so everything's going through that natural preamp. And whenever I go over to the ME-90, on the preamp, I am going to drop the mids down to about 40. Everything else is about halfway up. But I am going to drop the mids down because I do notice a mid scoop in the real Electro-Harmonix one. So I'm trying to compare them. I'm trying to make them sound similar. So I'm going to drop the mids a little bit on the preamp. And then, yeah, I'll play that same thing, and you can hear the difference. Here is the Boss ME-90 Muff Fuzz. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys think. You know, definitely try to listen with headphones or decent speakers to hear like the nuances, the differences. All right, I'm gonna move on to a little bit more gain. I'm gonna put the Big Muff Pies gain at halfway, and I'm really for all these, I'm really just gonna be messing with the sustain or the gain. I'm gonna keep the tone and the levels all the same. So I'm just gonna turn up the level to halfway on the Big Muff. I said level, I meant sustain, like the muff, like the the fuzz, the distortion. So, and this is a riff from my song Phone. So it goes like this. All right, and I'll set up the Boss ME-90. I'm going to put the drive at 70 to compare to that. I also dropped the mid-range on the preamp again. So here's how it sounds on the ME-90. All right, and then I'm going to then turn up the muff to about, about 3 o'clock, about 75% up. And I am going to put the tone more in the middle, and I'm going to do some lead sounds. For the Boss ME-90, I have to turn the drive all the way up to 99 for this one. So again, I feel the real muff has more fuzz, more distortion than the ME-90. At least I feel. I had to turn the ME-90 all the way up to get to 75% on the real big muff. So consider that when you're listening. So yeah, let me set up the muff, and then I got a couple solos I'm going to play. I'm going to play the same solo. It's a solo from my song Fire in My Eyes, and I'll go to the neck pickup for these two. All right, here's with the Electro-Harmonix Big Muff Pie. And here's on the ME-90 with the mids dropped on the preamp. There you have it. I'm actually going to put a little compilation at the end of this where I do all those again, and I'll kind of do like 1 or 2 measures of the Electro-Harmonix, 1 or 2 measures of the ME-90. So I'll edit that in here at the end. And normally I would give you like my review or my opinion. This time, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what I think. You know what? You guys make up your own mind. What do you think? How do they compare? Do you guys think, that Boss did a good job or not? You know what I mean? It's up to you. What do you guys think? I have my own opinion, but I want to hear in the comments what you guys think, because I know you guys guitar players, man, you guys definitely have, guys and gals and non-binary, you know what I mean? All of you are included here, okay? All of you are. And all of you have opinions, and all of you, love to share that. So I'd love to hear what you have to say. Real quick, though, before I go and before I do that little compilation, I do want to put everything at the same setting. Like, so let me just, I'll do everything at noon on both the Big Muff Pi and the ME-90, and then you can hear how they sound different. And this time, I'm not going to change the mids either. I'm just going to put mids on the preamp in the middle, too. So you're going to get a true comparison without me trying to dial it in more. Does that make sense? Here we go. Let's try it. All right, and I'm just going to do that same like kind of 90s C minor riff. And yeah, here's the Big Muff, everything in the middle, everything at 50 or at noon, whatever you want to call it. And here's the ME-90, everything in the middle. Much louder. I will give you that. But yeah, again, guys, let me know in the comments. What did you think? You know what I mean? I'm a huge fan of the Big Muff Pi in general. I've owned, I've borrowed my friend's Paul from my other band, Empathy Box. I've borrowed his a million times. I actually had the Electro-Harmonix, the Nano or whatever, like the really small one. I used to have that. I sold it back in the day. I'm the kind of guy, like I go through gear a lot where I just, every like few years, I just kind of change things up, and until I started doing gear reviews, I kind of wish I would have hung on to some of this old gear. Because now I need gear to be able to review and to demo and stuff for you guys. So that's the biggest, hardest thing is just getting enough gear to show you. Yeah, I've always been a fan of the Big Muff. I don't usually put the sustain, the overdrive, fuzz, distortion, I don't usually put it much past halfway up. It's usually maybe like 10 o'clock for me. Like you know what I mean? So, but I use it for solos. I've used it for riffs and chords. Definitely a great sound. I know like Billy Corgan, freaking all of like, freaking Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. It's all like freaking Big Muff, So, yeah, tell me, guys, what you think. Thank you so much again for watching. Real quick, too, I want to give a shout out to the members on Patreon. Right here, we got Hexagon Papa, Chuck Johnson, Duke McDonald, Kay Ritchie. It's patreon.com/OneRayMusic. Guys, it's completely optional. I don't ever expect anybody to go become a member on Patreon, but it is only $3 a month. And the reason why I'm even doing a Patreon, too, is that I really want to acquire gear. I didn't tell you guys, I was going to mention at the beginning of the video, I just heard back from Harley Benton guitars, and instruments and stuff. And unfortunately, they turned me down. They were really nice, though. You know, I was actually surprised I got a response at all. I've been reaching out to companies, and they're the first one to get back to me. So shout out Harley, Benton for just even getting back to me. But they said at this time, you know, they can't offer any kind of collaboration or anything for their instruments or you know with their company. But you know, definitely to keep going, to keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? So I don't. They didn't really say much more than that. Just thank you so much. We can't use you right now. We just have so many people trying to collaborate with us. I imagine that I just don't have the numbers yet. You know, I'm still just under. You know, I'm about like what 1,500 almost subscribers here on YouTube. And I just don't have the watch time yet. And that's, you know what, though? We'll get there, man. We'll get there. Because, again, everything is up. Everything is in the green on my analytics, which is freaking awesome, guys. Thank you so much. You're definitely watching. You're definitely sharing. You're definitely commenting. I've been reading all the comments. Again, this whole video I decided to do just because of a comment. So definitely shout out to me, guys. You know, if you need anything, again, email me, oneraymusic@gmail.com. Even if it's like gear stuff or like just music. I don't want to call it music therapy. I'm not a qualified therapist in the least. If you need mental health care, please don't hesitate to seek out medical care. I actually have done that myself. I've gone to my doctor. I've gone to psychiatrists, you know. So it's worked for me. You know, it may not work for you, but definitely reach out, though. Reach out to people. Reach out to your doctors, your friends, okay? But if you need, like, you know, kind of emotional support, I've been there, man. I've been playing music, well, since I was 10, but I've been playing professionally since I was, like, 16. I'm now going to be 42 in October of this year, 2024. So I have a lot of years of experience, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, you know what I mean? So I definitely know what it's like to be out there at any level playing. So definitely, man, reach out, oneraymusic@gmail.com. You know, that's how I met Leslie at the Netherlands. Again, shout out. Thank you so much for your emails. You've been very sweet. The comments have been very positive. I know the guitar community can be kind of hit or miss when it comes to people being polite to each other. Just know on my channel, you're not going to get that gatekeeping bullshit, right? Like, you're not going to get that. I'm playing a $300, you know, Stratocaster by Squire, and I freaking love it. This is a great guitar. You know what I mean? Is an American Stratocaster, you know, custom shop awesome? Yeah, it's awesome too. You know what I mean? Is a tube amp awesome? Yes. Is a $300 digital model awesome? Yes, they're all awesome. I love them all. They all can be useful. They're all, you know, it's not available to everybody. Not everybody has the money. That's a whole nother conversation, but you get what I'm saying. You're not going to get that with me, man. I don't care what you're playing through. I just, you know, what are you doing? Like, share your passion, right? Don't share your distaste and hate. Share your passion. So I'm going to leave you with that. That's a pretty positive way to do that. So guys, thank you so much again. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. Check out my link tree. I do have music on Spotify and Apple and all those different platforms. So, all right, I'll see you very soon. And actually, too, I'll leave you with the compilation. And then let me know what you guys think, okay? Big Muff Pi, Electro-Harmonix Big Muff Pi versus the Boss ME-90 Muff Fuzz. Here's the compilation.